Political parties along with the EC have a lot of responsibility to organize the proper elections, said new CC. Prime Minister has instructed the Foreign Ministry to monitor the Russia-Ukraine war situation. The first dose of Corona mass vaccination program is coming to an end today. Assalamu alaikum, welcome to myTV News and Fairness. Being within the newsroom today, watching headlines. Now the details. Newly appointed Chief Election Commissioner Kazi Habibullah has said that the election is a huge task and the political parties along with the Election Commission have a lot of responsibility to organize it properly. He called for contesting even if it is difficult. The news EC made remarks in response to queries from reporters after newly appointed Chief Election Commissioner and 4 other commissioners joined the workplace at noon. The CAC called on all to work from the respective position to make the election meaningful, saying the commission would perform its duties honestly. Kazi Habibullah also said that all efforts will be made to bring all the parties to polls through talks. The election will never be fair if Awami League is in power, no matter the election commission is. BNP Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir said this at a rally organized in Mymensingh metropolis today. The gathering was chaired by Mahanagar BNP convener Professor A.K.M. Shafiqul Islam and was attended by BNP organizing Secretary Syed Imran Saleh Prince and other leaders. BNP has become isolated from the people, so they are afraid to take a part in the election, says Awami League General Secretary and Road Transport and Bridge Minister Badal Qadir. In the future, Awami League under the leadership of Sheikh Hasina will take a part in the election and win the people's vote again. The minister said this while addressing the Shirajganj District Awami League Conference as the chief guest. He further said that the main objectives of the conference is to make the party well organized ahead of the 2023 national election. As per the instruction of the party leader Sheikh Hasina, the dedicated ones will lead the party. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen has announced a ban on all Russia flights using EU airspace. So from now on, all such Russian aircraft, even the jet owned by rich people, will not be allowed to land and take off for the airspace country. Meanwhile, one European country after another has announced the closure of its airspace for Russia since the sanctions were announced. As a result, many passenger-carrying international flights have been cancelled. Russia's largest airline, Aeroflot, has announced it will cancel all flights to Europe in retaliation.
The move will give a boost to the tourist industry. The change applies to all EU authorized.
Relying on the promises of the Western power, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky thought that NATO membership would ensure his country's security, but he risked his own life. Allies are not getting much side in this danger. Even Westerners have broken all promises made to give about security. Zubair Rahman has more.
Neighbor Belarus wants military exercise.
Western nations and their allies have united against Russia's military aggression in Ukraine. However, there is no reason to claim that Russian President Vladimir Putin has not warned about this war before.
There will be a summit.
Through his actions, Putin has always sent a clear message that he is interested in expanding Russia's sphere of influence. At the same time, he has always viewed NATO as a threat to Russia's security. That is why he has been opposing the eastward expansion of the NATO alliance.
Disagreements on who has been.
Despite all this, Putin will decide to invade Ukraine. Before the attack, most Western heads of government were skeptical. So Putin's all-out attack on Ukraine has left the Western world in a state of disarray. The United States and other influential European countries are trying to find a way to stop Russia's aggression by imposing sanctions on Russia one after another. But the events in Georgia and Crimea have proved that Putin is not at all upset by the sanctions.
To talk about.
Amid the rising.
However, The lack of preparation in the Western world is hurting Ukraine. Although the country has been nominated for NATO membership, it has never been granted membership. Relying on the promises of the Western powers, the dream of joining NATO did not come true. On the contrary, all his dreams have been shattered by the impact of Russian missiles. Zubair Rahman, MyTV News Desk.
Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has instructed the Foreign Ministry to monitor the Russia-Ukraine war situation round the clock. She also directed the embassies to bring back the stranded Bangladesh. The directive was given at a cabinet meeting chaired by Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina this morning, and State Cabinet Secretary Khandakar Anwarul Islam. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina joined the meeting via video conference from Gaon Bhavan. Beside, the cabinet also approved a principle, the draft of export policy 2021-24 and the draft university law in the Naugaon and Thakurgaon. The first dose of Corona mass vaccination program is coming to an end today. Those who have registered but have not yet received the SMS will also be able to get vaccinated. In addition, after the age of 12, there is an opportunity to go to the center and get vaccinated without registration. 1 crore vaccination program was taken in one day on 26 February. This activity has been extended for 2 more days in response to the interest of the people. The Department of Health also said that the country has sufficient stock of corona vaccine. So far, 73% of the country's population has been giving at least 1 dose of the vaccine. RAB has arrested Musharraf Hussain and 5 of his associates from Mohammadpur in the capital. Foreign firearms, ammunition, domestic weapons and drugs were recovered from the arrestees. At a press conference at Karan Bazar Media Center in the morning, RAB said that on the basis of intelligence information, RAB 2 expedition team conducted raids in the different areas of Mohammadpur in the capital at night and arrested them. During the preliminary interrogation, the detainees provided information about the involvement in various terrorist activities. At least 2 people were killed and more 2 were injured at a road accident in Madaripur. The incident occurred while a truck hit a battery-powered van on the Madaripur Shipar Religion Road on Jadu Achar area of Shipchur Upazila at around 9:30 am in the morning today. After the accident, locals rescued the injured in critical condition and took them to Shipchur Upazila Health Complex. Later, the doctor declared her mother and her daughter, identified as Jasmine and Mahfuza, dead. The other 2 are undergoing treatment. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina is developing Bangladesh following the policy of father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. Awami League Presidium member and former Minister Muhammad Farooq Khan has said this speaking as a chief guest at Kosovo Independence Day celebration at a hotel in the capital on Sunday. Meanwhile, he greeted the people to Kosovo on the Independence Day of Kosovo. He noted that both Bangladesh and Kosovo have the glory of self-sacrifice for independence. Farooq Khan also commented that Kosovo is a good friend of Bangladesh. Viewers, now international news. At least 13 people have been killed after a tourist boat capsized off the coast of Vietnam. 4 others, including 2 children, are missing in the incident. Authorities say the boat sank near one of the country's most popular tourist destinations due to inclement weather. At least 39 people, including staff, were staying in the boat. The city administration is continuing its search for the missing. However, they say their chances of survival were low. Authorities say the sea level had risen for several days. In addition, the country's tourist spots have recently reopened after being closed for a long time due to the corona situation. We are about to end the headlines once again. Political parties along with the EC have a lot of responsibility to organize the proper elections, said new CSC. Prime Minister has instructed the Foreign Ministry to monitor the Russia-Ukraine war situation. The first dose of corona mass vaccination program is coming to end today. At least 13 people have been killed after a tourist boat capsized off the coast of Vietnam. Liverpool owned the English League Cup for the record 9th time by beating Chelsea. Thanks for being with us. To join with MyTV News online, visit YouTube/MyTV News. To watch all our programs, visit YouTube/MyTV Bangla, Facebook/MyTV Bangla. Our next bulletin will be telecast 7:30 p.m. Stay connected and Allah Hafiz.